Dad and I are spending 10 years as managers of Liverpool and Manchester City on FM26. Our first challenge against each other is a simple one. Who can win the most trophies in 10 seasons? And so far it started very well for me as Liverpool manager, picking up trophies to the point I was 5-0 up. That was until Dad won a Champions League final, 5-1 against me, to lift his first trophy. What makes this worse is this is the second Champions League final that I've lost in 2 years. So I might have a strong lead, but Dad now has momentum. And after assessing all of your comments on the last video, Dad's new signing that he went for was mentioned quite a lot, as Michael Olise joins Manchester City from Bayern Munich for a fee of up to £133 million. I actually had my transfer targets cancelled because of a transfer embargo put on the club by the board, which was then only lifted just days later. That meant I could go back in to sign the target I wanted, Alvaro Carreras from Real Madrid. However, he then cost me £20 million more than what was accepted before it was cancelled. We also say goodbye to Curtis Jones, who has now left the club, and that money gave us a good budget left for another signing. And that's why I bought Chema Andreas for £70 million, but I'm loaning him straight back for first team football this season. Dad still had money, so he also went and brought in Malik Fofana, who has an amazing young winger option too for this season. Unfortunately for Dad though, it was another trophy won for Liverpool, as I make it now 6-1 after lifting the Community Shield, beating Spurs. However, it was 6-2 very quickly because Dad then won the European Super Cup, defeating the Europa League winners Roma 1-0. He also got off to a fantastic start in the Premier League campaign, winning all of his fixtures, including back-to-back wins over Arsenal and United without conceding a goal. And new signing Michael Olise has certainly hit the ground running for Dad, with an excellent start to the season, scoring some spectacular goals and winning man of the match for United. But if it wasn't for a tight 3-3 draw in the Merseyside derby, I would actually be top of the league, because I've also won all the rest of my matches, and so far this season have won 2 games 8-0. Well, Dad, you went with quite a lot of the comment section's suggestions with Michael Olise.
It was the very first comment I read. It was him as well that was on there as well. So well done, you guys who picked which player I was going to go for.
Yeah, Michael Olise, 25 years old.
There was quite a few other players I was looking at, but they weren't available. They're not for sale. But this guy was, and I thought, well, this is going to be a good sign, I think.
He's absolutely mint.
Yeah, and he plays the same role as what Silva was playing.
Yeah.
Cuts in from the right-hand side onto his left-hand side. So he does all the same things.
What a start he's had.
Yes.
4 goals, 5 assists, 2 player of the matches in 4 games.
So I'm really pleased with that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's coming off a great season last year. Look, 16 player of the matches in 28 games.
That's some doing, isn't it?
That's over half the amount of games he's played. From the wing, he's getting man of the match. So you bought a man on form. And to be honest, for the money of 133 million, if he's going to give you that.
Well, there you go. I mean, we were looking at all the wingers there. They were all, well, some of them were in the 200 millions, weren't they?
Yeah, Yamal wasn't available.
Yeah.
That was another one that everybody was suggesting. Yamal just wasn't simply available for you.
So I think that's good money, really. 133 million for getting that.
Yeah. And then you looked at the other side as well and went for Malik Fofana. So, again, £96 million. But if you've got £200 million and you only need to really bulk up 2 positions, you might as well spend that whole £200 million on those 2 players.
I mean, you look at that now. I've probably got the best striker in the world, and now I've got probably close to having the 2 best wingers.
Yeah,
it's not going to be far off.
He's very good.
They're in the top sort of 5 or 6.
Yeah, he's got potential to go as well, because he's only 22. He's very young still. You think Olise was 25, he's 22. We're in season 3 now, so by the time they get to season
a couple of
10,
seasons time, they're going to be in their prime. That's where they're going to be. They're almost a 5-star, I reckon. Then.
Yeah, which is good because you need the comeback.
Yes, I do. Yeah, that's what I'm concentrating on now. Is actually going forward, getting Alan the goals. If he can score the goals, these boys will be supplying them.
Yeah, I mean, you start the season very well, beating Roma obviously 1-0, but in the Premier League you started off with a 6-0 win, with Foden getting himself a hat-trick as well. So he's firing all cylinders too.
He's sat right behind him as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Alan, so yeah.
But then the games that you won after that, I mean, away to Arsenal, arguably the trickiest tie other than playing each other.
Good result, that is. And
then Manchester United at home, 3-0, Manchester derby.
Yes.
With Olise getting 2, and I think he got the assist as well because he got man of the match in that game. Then a 3-1 win away to Bournemouth. Again, Olise on the score sheet. And Wrexham 5-1 in the Carabao Cup. Playing, a few of the other players.
That's a good thing.
Rotational options.
I mean, Hendrick there scoring a goal. I bought him a couple of seasons ago. So yeah, he's playing well. Really it keeps the other players just ticking over. But they're good enough players to come in and play in the cup and still win.
Yeah,
because obviously that's what I need. I need to win these games. I can't afford to be losing them.
No,
that's a trophy gone, isn't it? So.
Yeah, that's it. So I mean, speaking of trophies, I did win one as well, of course, with the Community Shield, defeating Spurs 4-2 there. They gave me a little bit of a tricky start. I went 2-1 down at one point, but we came back. Florian Wirtz got himself a brace, and we're all good and we're happy. I've only dropped points against Everton, away from home, 96th minute equaliser. So, yeah, and I would have overtook you in the lead because I had an 8-0 win here against Southampton. Which is absolutely mental, and a 3-0 win against Chelsea. So we are really hot right now in terms of our performance. But again, I think my transfers was good enough to sort of keep us ticking by without really needing to change too much. We've got Chema Andres, who we've loaned back to Stuttgart because we had enough money to bring somebody in, but I didn't need him right now.
Yeah,
I've still got Grafenberg, I've still got Alexis McAllister, and to be honest, even when he does arrive, I might have to loan him out to get some football because I don't know whether he'll be better than them, but he cost me £70 million. But my main signing was the left back in Carreras, who we signed this season from Real Madrid. Cost me a lot more, thanks to the transfer embargo, which cancelled the original deal. And then I think I spent like £28 million more on what he was going to cost anyway, because I think it was just under 100 million. Ended up costing me around about 120, but for a very good left back.
Yeah.
So I've got a cracking left back. He's only 24, ex-Man United, by the way. That's the one that Man United let go for really cheap to Benfica. But yeah, he's now at Liverpool, and he is fantastic. He's better than Milos Kerkez. He's better than Andy Robertson, so he'll go straight into my team. So if we're looking at then, I'm not changing the tactic, but what I am going to do is this season, after he comes back from his injury, because he has been out for a few weeks now, and he is out for another couple of weeks. But William Gomez, I'm going to be locking into that right-hand side where Salah usually occupies. Ooh. It is time to start bedding him in.
Yeah.
Salah is like 35 now. It's time to start bedding them in. But I think he'll do quite well from that right-hand side. And there's another, Rio, well, I can never pronounce his last name. I think he's in the youth team. No, there he is. Ingoma Hill, I don't know how to say his name, but 19 years old. Everybody's raving about this guy as well, and he does have the potential. Not this season, but maybe next season, I might see about locking him in too. Because again, it's one of those things that it could save me 100 million. And I don't have to buy a replacement. So there are options, and I am considering Rio as an option. Don't worry. I know a lot of people are going to be going, you still haven't played Rio. I know there's a lot of comments talking about the youngsters in Liverpool side, and Rio is definitely one that's on my radar. He's not ready yet. Hopefully another season, and he will be. If we're looking at your tactics, Dad, obviously coming off the back of winning the Champions League, you didn't really need to change too much. The classic 4-2-3-1, but with Elise now, yeah, scary. And of course, the other side of things, you got Savinho already there, but with Fofana also coming in, very good team. I think it's going to be a difficult one.
Just going forward, don't they?
Yeah, so it's going to be really interesting because we are building the super teams, and that's the whole point of this series. We're in beta. We are finding problems. We're reporting bugs. It's taken us longer to do these videos than what it usually would. So we really do appreciate you guys sticking around and subscribing if you can. If you haven't done so already, that would be lovely. And of course, dropping a like on the video. But yeah, we are in beta, and we're trying to have fun with the big teams and see how we do before we go into obviously the bigger challenges. So stick with us. Season number 3 of who can win the most trophies. I've got a bit of the lead right now, but I would say, Dad, you're going to start catching up because of the team that you're building, and you're getting your head around the tactic. You're going to start catching me up because you're going to start taking away the trophies that I was winning with ease beforehand. So let's see what happens this season. The game against each other, played at the Etihad, certainly did not disappoint. It was an incredible back-and-forth match where Isak scored a hat-trick and Erling Haaland scored himself a brace, and City coming back from 1 goal behind 3 times in the match to finish 3-3. At the halfway point of the season though, I was currently top of the league with only 1 loss and 8 points ahead of Dad in 3rd place, who has a game more to play. Champions League wise, we were both doing very well, finishing 1st and 3rd in the league phase. We would then clash twice twice in a month. First in the Premier League, just ahead of the Carabao Cup final. But the Premier League fixture at Anfield had one goal, scored by Isak, who also then scored in the Carabao Cup final at Wembley too, in the other fixture against Dad, which I'm sure he will definitely want to forget, as I make it 7-2 in trophies with a 5-0 win. We were both out of the Champions League at the quarter-final stages due to a loss against Barcelona and Bayern Munich. But Dad could redeem a trophy back in the FA Cup if he can defeat Manchester rivals United in the final. Meanwhile, in the league, with 3 games to go, I was in the driving seat to win the Premier League title. And we got the job done, winning 2 out of our 3, drawing the other in our last 3 fixtures to be crowned Premier League champions and take the score to 8-2. And so it was over to Dad to win the FA Cup to keep things going, and Nico Gonzalez was the man to break the deadlock in the first half. Manchester United pressure City's goal the whole time, but finally got themselves an equaliser in the 85th minute through Burmo. However, it wasn't over yet, as in the 95th minute a ball played out wide to Savinho flashed across and Haaland scores the 95th minute winner. Well, Dad, it's 8-3 on trophies now. Although you did win a trophy, unfortunately for you, I won 2. And only 2 points ahead of you in that league table. I had far better goal difference. The Carabao Cup was the swinger in this season. And boy, was it a big swing. 5-0 in the final of the Carabao Cup.
That's a slaughter, isn't it? You should be winning the game 5-0 when it's first and second in the league.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
Yeah. But you got the FA Cup, beating Manchester United in the final there. So
yeah,
nice little 2-1 win there.
Nice little Manchester derby there.
Yeah. I mean, any other day or any other season, 92 points is by far more than enough to win the Premier League, but not this season here.
1 win away it was.
You were 20 points ahead of Spurs, who were in 3rd place. If you think a couple of seasons ago they were winning the league, and now look what we're doing right now. So there we go. We're smashed it. We've won the league, 94 points. It's another trophy. It's 8-3. 8-3, did we say? 8-3? Yeah, 8-3 on trophies. And it also means we'll be playing against each other in the Community Shield. FA Cup winner versus Premier League winner.
Yeah.
So that'll be one to fight over at the start. Couldn't redeem the Champions League, and I couldn't get to a 3rd final in a row, unfortunately. But there we go. The Champions League was done and dusted, and it's going to be an El Clasico final with Barcelona and Real Madrid. So, interesting season, I think. I have pulled away ever so slightly, but I am worried at how good your team is.
We're still close. We're still really close.
Yeah, and there's loads of seasons left. If you think we still got 7 seasons left, plenty of seasons. If I've got 8 in 3 seasons, easily you can surpass that. So, 31 goals from Alexander Isak. He had a cracking season this year. I was worried last season when it dropped off, but what I'm most pleased with is the 2 behind.
I've just looked at that. I'm thinking Mo Salah when after you was dropping him as well.
Oh yeah,
and he still come back, played 52 games.
He played from the left. He played from the left and still played that well. Florian Wirtz did very well with 27 and 17. So William Gomez, I did lock him in. He was out for quite a lot of it. So was this like an injury or something? And the trouble is now I can't remember where to find things. So I don't know, I can't remember where it all is now. I don't know where things to look for or what. God knows whether he was injured or we don't know. If anybody remembers knows how to find it, let us know. But for some reason, he only played 18 games there, 9 and 10 assists. Very good still from William Gomez. So, yeah, got to be happy with that still. Ekitike's done all right as well, considering he played 28 games, got 17 goals, so great. Rio even played a few and got a couple of goals, so there is possibilities. But the new signing, Carreras, 13 assists from left back. Very happy with that. And of course, next season we got Andres, who will join us again. He got 7 assists out on loan at Stuttgart, so from CDM.
Yeah,
really good. There is in the back of my mind, Van Dijk's 36.
Big problem for you.
It is. It is a thinking point.
Yeah.
We've obviously brought in Pau Navarro, who has played a little bit, but not. He's just not developing as much as what I would really hope this fast. But we do have in our under 21s, or is it our under? There he is, Giovanni Leone, and I did loan him out to Fiorentina this season, and he played 35 times, which means he has developed quite nicely.
Yes.
And you can see already now that is going to be a good player.
His physicals are really good for that young of a player who haven't played much in it really. So he's quite strong lad, isn't he?
He's big as well. 6'5".
6'5", yeah.
6'5", Italian fast defender.
Unbelievable, eh?
Rubbing my hands together with that. That's a joyful thing to see, Giovanni Leone. So really good. There's a couple of good players in there. Jaden Dans, I was hoping would get a little bit better, but he don't look too bad. He looks better than what he was when I first loaned him out. So yeah, there's a couple of options now for next season. Of course, we still got Kanate. I might get rid of Kanate if I find somebody better. We'll have to have a look and see. But my transfer budget going into the next summer is £50 million. So not a lot. I'd have to sell players if I want to bring some more in, because I can't really bring in a lot of players for £50 million, unfortunately. You're at that stage where world-class players are costing way more than that.
Yeah, definitely.
As we found out last season. So let's have a look on your side of things, Dad, with Manchester City and squad-wise in your first team. Top goal scorer. I wonder who it could be. It is Erling Haaland. Shock. But Michael Elise is there with 20 and 21.
What a return that is for the first season, isn't it?
Great average rating as well.
Yeah, really pleased with that.
Good stuff. Phil Foden's had a good season as well.
Yeah, good season, 16 goals, yeah.
And Malik Fofana, 14 and 18. So again,
the two wingers done it for me.
Yeah.
Two wingers done it for me.
And to be honest, when Endrick is called upon, he delivers. He isn't called upon much. 19 starts, but 12 goals.
Got to be happy with that.
Still good. Still really good.
So really going forward, I'm really pleased with it at the moment. So
let's have a look actually at the Premier League, because what we didn't see, your transfer budget by the way is 208 million, which is mental. Let's see the statistics in goals. So I saw the most goals in terms of a team, but most goals in the league was, I hate this by the way, this is crap, but Erling Haaland. How many clicks do you have to get to find out who the top scorer was? Ridiculous.
Ollie Watkins is as well.
Ollie Watkins there with 22. Isak there with 21. So 25 for Erling Haaland in 28 appearances. He only played 28 appearances. We had a couple of injuries as well. Isak got 21 in 32. So a lot better, but I had more.
Yeah, I would say you got a couple more in there, yeah.
Both Florian Wirtz and Salah got 17 each there, whereas your next player
Foden down the bottom,
was Foden with 13. So it does kind of even itself out, really. But yeah, your transfer budget, Dad, is going to be £208 million. Now, on the spot, if I'm asking you now, you got £208 million, where are you looking here?
Oh.
Are you, future-proofing yourself? Yeah.
Right back. I could do with getting a world-class right back. Rodri's going to be getting to that age now.
How old is Rodri? Oh, he can't be that old. He's only 31.
Yeah, he's 31, so, looking to bring a player in to sort of do that as well.
For future-proof.
Yeah. I might even look at a centre defender as Diaz as well. So, but,
Diaz, he's 31 as well.
Yeah, so there's two 30-year-olds there. But Lewis is looking a bit dodgy for me. I think I could be looking at for a world-class right back, I think.
All right, well, let's find out this summer then who comes in and what we spend our money on. And to be honest, who goes out? Because that first game of the season is quite an important one.
Yeah.
It's another trophy up for grabs, and this time it is Manchester City versus Liverpool in the Community Shield. Dad started the summer planning for the future, as he's locked in a deal to sign a really good young left-back from Elche who will arrive when he's 18. Signings for the present day, though, include two world-class centre midfielders, with Tchouaméni joining from Real Madrid and Moises Caicedo from Chelsea, who will vastly improve Dad's strength in depth in midfield. And he was trying to move any older players on, with Bernardo Silva, who's now 33 and physically declining, getting bids from other Premier League clubs. However, both him and Echeverri declined moves away from the Etihad. I was also saying goodbye to Joe Gomez. He's 31 now and got a good offer to accept, but I wasn't ready to sell Virgil van Dijk just yet, although I do have a big centre-back signing coming in. And that's because I'm completing the deal of Dean Huijsen from Real Madrid, £88 million in total for a quality centre-back who still hasn't even reached his prime yet. Dad's plan is to put the right back on hold for now, as he's also found a centre-back that he wants and is selling Marmoush to get him. And funny enough, he's buying him from the same team he sold Marmoush to in Wesley Fofana, who makes the move from Chelsea to City to become Dad's new centre-back. I finally put my faith in Rio, and boy did he repay me, assisting with a Rabona in the Community Shield against Dad. But just 5 minutes later, off of a set piece, Gvardiol found a lovely equaliser. However, in the second half, another mazy run by the 20-year-old, and he actually found the winner himself. pretty much single-handedly making it 9-3 for trophies, as this season could be the breakout year for him. I kept my faith with him and continued to start him on that left wing for us, and his form carried into the league, scoring the first 2 games for the season, both wins as well. Dad also started the league really well with 3 wins, and 2 of them against Chelsea and Newcastle. He also got through the first round of the Carabao Cup with a 2-0 win, something that we failed to do, losing on penalties to Sheffield United.
Well, Dad, you got a huge opportunity to win a trophy that I'm no longer in the Carabao Cup.
Yes,
you got yourself through against Tranmere. I lost on penalties, and you need it now because I've gone 9-3 up with the Community Shield win.
I thought I was going to beat you on that one. I'm sure I was going to beat you on that one.
And I mentioned his name earlier,
Yeah.
but Rio scored the winner in it as well. And it is the season where I'm going to lock him in. Salah played there last season, and I know he did so well.
He did, yeah.
But I need to future-proof myself, and I think I've opened up a gap now enough where it's like, okay, let's invest a couple of seasons in him and see if he reaches that potential, maybe to the detriment of what somebody else would bring, and see what happens. But good start to the season for you.
He's already paid you back, wouldn't he? He's got one trophy.
One trophy there, yeah, already. Fair point. So maybe I should give him 3 years. You've already.
Apart from that, it was a good start to the season. Yeah, couple of good wins there. I mean, beating Chelsea away 1-0. That's a good result for me, really. And beating Newcastle, that's a really good result as well, I feel. So I'm happy with the start, apart from the Charity Shield.
Are you happy with the transfer window you had? You brought in Fofana.
Yeah, I didn't get the right back that I was wanted. Just want there at what I could afford, really, because I wanted to sort that centre defender out. So I've got that in.
Yeah. And 2 CDMs.
Yes. So I've sort of the squad I've made a lot stronger now. I mean, this guy's really good as well. So I'm happy with those 2 transfers. And I had a little bit of money left over at the end, and my scouts picked up a little gem for me. So I've
for the future.
Yes.
Only 17.
Only 17. I mean, he doesn't look bad already for 17. So a little bit of a left back here, and he plays centre back as well. So I've sort of jumped in and got him, and letting him go right back to stay where he was.
Yeah.
Carry on playing. If he's doing that well when he's at 17, let him stay there. So I won't be seeing him till next season now. Yeah,
because he don't move until he's 18 anyway. No. So he'll stay at Elche. I wonder whether would he move from Elche? Yeah, he came through the Elche Youth Academy there. Yeah. So, he's come through. He's playing second division football, as you can see. He even played first division last season.
Yeah, 27
So he was playing in the Serie A at age 16.
Yeah, so it's good, yeah.
So fair play to him. But he's getting first team football. He's even got an assist this season. So, he might be one to look out for Dad's side. So that's good. Sticking with the same tactic then. Or was it subtle changes? I think to a player role or 2.
Yeah,
but
might be, yeah.
Very similar what you were using, and Fofana being locked in there, obviously next to Van de Ven.
Yes, I wanted to lock him in straight away. Get him. I'll do the same as you. Just get sort of like get used to and settle in, and playing time. Give him some playing time, really.
Yeah,
I was scared that if I didn't lock him in, he wouldn't get the play time that I really needed. He's the future of the centre backs now, so get him in there.
Okay, well, over to my transfer window. Just the one signing, and again for me, it was also a centre back in Dean Howson. So. Bringing him in from Real Madrid, cost £80 million. I actually think that's quite good value for money, to be fair. He's a very good defender. I think he's better than Konate, so I can use him instead of Konate. And I don't know whether I'm using Pau, I can never remember his last name, as much anymore, because he just doesn't seem to develop. But I am going to be locking in Rio on the left and William Gomez on the right. So I'm kind of sacrificing my wingers this season. In behind, obviously, we've got Wirtz and Isak still in there. We're not locking anyone else in. We're keeping it as it is there and trusting Rio to hopefully have a breakout year and hopefully develop into a much better player so that we don't have to keep locking him in. But he's 20 now. He needs the game time if he's going to develop. So now's the time. And, of course, William Gomez, who, whenever he was called upon, was very good last season. So he's 22. Let's give him some game time on the right-hand side. He likes to cut in on his left. So he's got the attributes to do so, the agility and balance, cutting in, good finishing ability and dribbling. We'll see what he can do. What damage can those 2 cause for us? Because let's find out. But out of the Carabao Cup, unfortunately, very bad performance there. But we did get our win against Everton at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, which last season, remember, they cost us in the 96th minute. 2 points. We still went on to win the league, but still. And we still got Salah playing games. He still played 2 games there and he still scored 2. Rio's also scoring. He scored in the second game as well. So he is scoring goals. That's 3 in a row that Rio managed to pick up. So he is firing on all cylinders already. I'm happy to see it. But can he carry on? And is it too much of a risk? Or are we going to give Dan an advantage here for him to win loads of trophies? Let's find out.
Well, to my surprise, Rio was amazing from the left and such a good threat, scoring 9 goals by January with 3 Man of the Match awards. And after 20 games into the season, we have just about got ourselves above Dad by 3 points in what looks to be a cracking title race. The match against Dad at first was at Anfield and we ended up winning 3-2 after taking a 3-0 lead just in 24 minutes. The second match between us was the polar opposite, as when we went to the Etihad, Dad's side was amazing and went 5-0 up, only for me to be able to pull 2 goals back to save a slight bit of dignity. With that closing in the points gap though for the title race down to 1, Dad also had a chance to win another trophy as he faces Leeds United in the Carabao Cup final, which he won 4-1 to make it now 9-4 on trophies. There was still a chance too that we would clash at some point in the Champions League as we both reached the quarterfinals. And that's exactly what took place in the semis as my Liverpool side pick up the first leg win 1-0. Dad's form in the league dropped off too and he fell below Arsenal and the title was just 1 game away from being mine. And we completed that with a 2-1 win over Spurs with that young lad again scoring a worldie to make it 10-4 in trophies. In the second leg of the Champions League though, it was a complete switch around as Michael Olise scored after just 4 minutes and Dad's side from the kickoff pounced again with Erling Haaland to score and win 2-1 on aggregate to reach the Champions League final. A huge win that he really needed to keep the scores close in terms of trophies won as he now goes on to face PSG. And so the pressure is on against quite honestly a super team as PSG have gone on to buy players such as Saka, Tonali and Jude Bellingham to add to their already stacked roster. But to be the best, you've got to beat the best. And what a better way to start than scoring a world-class finish in just 4 minutes of the match. However, the names on the team sheet alone should tell you how tough of a night Dad was in for as Tonali set up Saka to equalise. And it was only level for 15 minutes though as Michael Olise gave the ball to Caicedo to fire in another beauty. And the game was won with the next goal and it was Dad's signature signing from last season, Michael Olise, who adds a stunning goal to his already good assist. And the trophy was Manchester City's again as Dad's side lifts the Champions League, closing the trophy score by 1 to 10-5 and stamping his intent to catch me up.
Well done, Dad. 10-5 now.
What a result that
in
is.
trophies. And you needed that.
Yes, definitely.
With me winning the league again.
Yes, I really needed this one. I was a bit worried when I see it was PSG.
Yeah.
But because
especially
we know
their team.
Oh, when you look at their team, it was awful. When I looked at that, I thought I ain't got an open house chance here. But my boy's done it. Get in.
Yeah, Jude Bellingham's there. But Kyle Saka's there. They still got Kvaratskhelia. They still got Ousmane Dembele. Sandro Tonali, João Neves. I mean, what a midfield. You can just carry on, can you? I'll tell you what, when Desiree Doué is only getting 4 starts and 11 off the bench, then you know that they've got an unbelievable team. Yeah. So, Carlos Baleba, Alan Varela, they've got some unreal midfilders there.
I mean, really, if you had a bit of money, you could just come and raid their team, couldn't you? The reserve teams, really, couldn't you? So
great win
with that.
For you.
Good win that. It's won the big one again, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's one I can't get.
Yeah.
One I can't get. You got
the annoying thing is, every time I'm betting winning something, you're always winning something. So
yeah.
I'm not getting enough sort of momentum towards you. You're just sort of keeping your head above the water, really, aren't you?
Yeah, just about 10-5. Five trophies ahead, but I had that really good start.
Yeah.
But of course, it could have been worse because you were the team that knocked me out of the Champions League.
Yes.
And I was 1-0 up in the first leg. Go into your stadium.
Lucky.
2 goals in 2 minutes from Olise and Erling Haaland.
Great start that was, yeah.
But never mind. That's a problem for another day. But still, I'm all right with the situation that we're in right now. We won the Premier League quite out of canter, really. Bit disappointed none of us capitalised on the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Could be a bit of a problem, but never mind. Everton went on to win it, and we'll see. So Giovanni Leone, I ended up putting into that centre-back position this season, and he's done quite well in that centre-back role. So he's played 35 games, done quite nice, but locking in Rio, I think was such a smart move. He has got better and better already.
Oh, yeah.
So at 20 years of age, I mean, he's a 3-star now. I'm really happy with that. And then, of course, the other side, William Gomez, putting him in that situation, didn't exactly develop that as much as what I hoped. So he's one I'm like, does he need replacing? Because Rio came back for a 20-year-old with 22 goals and 14 assists this season. That's mental.
Yeah.
Whereas William Gomez, who's like 2 years older and been playing the first team for like the last 3 seasons, only 18 and 10. Oh, I don't know. Florian Wirtz was my top scorer, by the way, 34 from centre attacking midfield.
Believe it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because Isak got 19 and 11. So, yeah, some weird things happened this season. Salah's obviously dropped off, but we're looking at Salah now. He's 36. He's still got like the technical and mental ability. It's just the physicals. He's really struggling because of his age there. But it's going to be the similar situation in terms of that with Van Dijk, who still played 38 games. He played alongside Leone, which meant that Dean Huijsen didn't play as much. I thought Huijsen would go in instead of Van Dijk. So that might be a mistake on my end, blocking in Leone and not Dean Huijsen.
Yeah.
Because Van Dijk, I'm looking at going, he's 3-star. Huijsen should play.
Yeah, he definitely, yeah.
And Van Dijk played instead. So next season, I need to make sure that Dean Huijsen is there next to Leone. And that's my 2 centre-back going forward, I think, for the future. Because Konate is also 30. Didn't play as much. He's a little bit fuming. I might look to sell him if I possibly can. And then see what we do after that with the money. Because money-wise, I got 60 million. Again, I would need to probably sell a player if I'm to bring in a world-class player for the first team. And it's just deciding then where to go. I think we both might be looking at right-backs, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Let's have a look, Dad, at how your squad performed this season. Champions League winning
I
squad.
wonder who's the leading goal scorer.
I wonder. He scored more goals than games and got 10 assists. So,
Wow.
Erling Haaland.
They're just feeding him, isn't he?
The
just
robot.
feeding him.
Yeah, disgusting
Brilliant.
player. Michael Elise didn't get as good a season as he did last year. Still
Nope.
decent, though.
Still happy with that, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
22 and
When your
12.
striker scored 58 goals, someone,
It's got to come back from somewhere.
no one else is scoring, are they? He's
Yeah.
putting the ball in the back of the net. So.
What I do like is your wingers, Elise and Fofana, 22 and 12. Fofana, 12 and 22.
Yeah. That's quite good.
So
isn't
exactly
it?
the same,
Yeah.
but the other way around. Phil Foden's also had another good year as well.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking now, where are you? Right back.
Right back. There's got to be. Is it still Lewis who's holding
He's
that
there,
position?
yeah, still
he's
Lewis.
still there. So you look at all the other players there. It's still looking good, really, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm looking at Lewis now. Unfortunately, my friend. But see what I can get. How much money have I got to spend?
Only 184.
I might be able to find him right back for that price, I reckon.
Possibly. Just maybe
I
184.
might not even have to sell anybody.
Well, no,
That's
I don't
better.
think you will. I think Lewis can keep his job at City. But yeah, you might find somebody for that. But there we go. Right, well, make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss the next episode when we come back with seasons 5 and 6 as Dad is trying to mount a massive comeback now after going 10-5 down. But he's got momentum with him picking up the big one, the Champions League, which of course means you've got a Super Cup also to play for.
Yes.
However, you cannot stop me in the Community Shield. And it's me versus Everton.
That one, yeah, you just keeps picking up every season, don't you?
Every season.
It's an easy trophy for you.
If you
isn't
take
it?
away the Community Shields, it's quite close.
It would be, yeah.
But there we go. So make sure you subscribe so you do not miss that episode. Thank you very much for watching. Let's see what happens next.